Hello lovely crafty friends, welcome to Love Builds Up Crafts. I am Sasha and today I've got the Not Too Shabby August stamp and die of the month. Now this is a part of a hop, so there will be a giveaway. Make sure you stay tuned for the details. I'll be sharing a super simple, no die needed interactive picnic card. You'll be actually shocked how simple it is, so let's get crafty. So this is the stamp and die set combo. Now you can buy it just as the stamp or with the dies. I will link both options in the description below and they will be affiliate links, so please use them, please, because it does put a smile on my face and we all deserve a smile, right? So anyway, the picnic cards, some of them are like healthy, they've got corn and some watermelon, and others are like junk food addicts like me. But anyway, let's go ahead and make the card. So to make our mechanism, you just need 2 circle dies. I don't have a larger circle die, so I'm using this one with the scalloped edge. But if you don't have circle dies at all, you can just use like a round shape and just cut out a circle. You just need a circle. The large one is 5 inches wide and I think it's called a diameter, but you know, I wouldn't take it as gospel, especially coming from me. And the smaller one is about 3.5 inches. So those are your 2 circles die cut, and we're just going to take the smaller one and make a slit. Now this slit just needs to be a bit longer than the halfway point, so you can eyeball it like I did, or you can use a ruler to mark the halfway point and just make sure when you're cutting past that halfway point just a bit, and then you're going to use your smaller circle now to mark out on the larger circle where you need to make an incision. And to make that incision, I'll be using my Kraft knife. This is from Tonic Studios and it's a really good crafty knife, so I'm just going as straight as I can. I was actually shocked how straight I managed to do that because I can never cut anything straight, but it's straight, and that incision there will now house the smaller circle. So that's how the mechanism works. You just shove it into the, it's really brilliant, guys. I saw this off Pinterest, so I'm not gonna act like it's my idea. No, I saw it off Pinterest and I was like, oh, we've got to make that into picnic card. So I'm just grabbing Distress Oxides because you can never go wrong with Distress Oxide. Trust me, they are your literal crafty best friend. If you're not into Distress Oxides, get into it. I used to be one of those people who were like, oh, I don't need those, I don't need them, until I had them and I'm like, what have I been doing with my whole life? Honestly, you need Distress Oxides. So you see there, I just did a light layer of Spun Sugar and now I created a mask using 2 strips of paper and some tape, sellotape, just across the top and the bottom to create like a straight line mask. And I'm blending that with one lipstick. Yeah, that is one lipstick. Trying to create like a check pattern. Is it a check pattern or checkered? I'm not quite sure, one of the two. Like, you know how picnic blankets or picnic tablecloths or picnic napkins, they always have that beautiful patterny of stripe thing. So that's what I'm doing. And now I'm just grabbing it and putting it in my mask, grabbing my mask and putting it in the opposite direction so that I can create that pattern there. It was here where I realized that if I'm ink blend over that, it's going to cover my pink stripes. So I'm just creating a mask using some heavy diddle masking paper, and I'm just gonna mask my lines off and then go ahead and do the ink blending with some Candied apple, that nice pop of red. So to fix that little oopsie there that I had done, I'm just taking a wet wipe and wiping ever so lightly, and that will get rid of some of the red color. That, like, seriously, Distress Oxides are brilliant, they are magical. And then I'm just going to take some more one lipstick and just go back and cover up that oopsie there that I did. I really love Distress Oxide, guys, and especially for like cutesy cards. there's so you can do so much with them. So now our card is all, we've got our little picnic blanket situation going here, or tablecloth or whatever is picnicky looking. On the smaller circle, I'm gonna go ahead and stamp out this watermelon guy. You can use any of those guys, but I went with the watermelon guy because I'm on a diet right now, and any opportunity to visualize healthy eating, we'll take it. So I'm stamping that with some Gina K amalgam ink, which is also good for marker coloring, but I always use coloring pencils because that's my safe zone. So as I'm coloring, let me just go ahead and give you the details for the hop and the giveaway. Okay, so to go through the rest of this hop, type into your YouTube search engine hashtag N2S picnic house, or click on that same hashtag in the description below, and that will lead you to the list of participants. Please make sure that you go through all the participants, because the design team has worked really hard to produce some really fun design and card ideas for you to use with this stamp and die set of the month. And then once you've gone through the whole hop, you can click on the raffle copter link also in the description below, and it will lead you to an entry form for the hop. So fill in the entry, and then you'll be in with a chance to win a $25 gift card. The giveaway closes on August the 13th at 11:59 p.m. and the winner will be announced on the Not Too Shabby YouTube channel on August the 14th. So now that our guy is all colored up, I'm going to grab a white gel pen and add some extra je ne sais quoi, zhuzhing, whatever you call it, and then I'm grabbing the coordinating die and using that to create a mask so that we can cover up all that moussomeness and not get it messed up. Then I'm just taking my Spun Sugar blending brush and blending just a bit, just the lightest layer, and then I'm going in with the Candied apple, and then I'm gonna blend that out again with the Spun Sugar brush. And on the edges, I'm just going to, like, we're trying to create like this glow behind him, like he's glowing because he's eating so healthy. And then I'm going to add some cracked pistachio to the edges to create like the watermelony look. And once we peel off that mask, we can see our guy is just perfect. So we need to create a lever or something, just I don't know what you can call it, but it will help us to be able to spin that guy around. So I'm just cutting out from a scrap piece of paper a little strip, and I'm going to decorate that so that it looks watermelony. Now you can write, I probably should have written like pull on there so that the person knows they need to use that to pull. But anyway, go ahead and then stick that on the top, like the two flaps. So you need to stick it on the flap that's sticking up on the slit. I know I'm not explaining that right, but I'm so sorry. I'll stamp my sentiment, and I'm just going to go ahead and use my Posca pen just to add some white detailing. Like, white detailing just makes everything pop. I don't know how it does it, but it does do it. And then I'm grabbing a black marker just to give the edges a bit of contrast. Black is good for contrast, white is good for pop. And now we need to create like an extension on our circle, and to do that I die cut another circle and then cut the split just like I did with the main circle. And then I'm just going to trim the excess off because we need it to sit inside and not be visible. You'll see what I mean in a bit. I'm not very good at describing the actions, but like the saying goes, I can show you better than I can tell you. And the purpose of the extension is so that when you go ahead to work your mechanism and you pull it out, you're left with the complete cow. Because without the extension, the cow is sort of like split in the middle. I know it's split in the middle, but there's a visible gap. But the extension allows us to pull it out completely so that it's a full cow. And on the inside of that little extension, we're going to go ahead and stick another strip there, and that strip is going to act as a stopper so that our circle doesn't completely come out when we work our mechanism. So for the card base, we need a 5x7 card base, and we're going to cut the shape out using our scallop die. Make sure you leave that gap at the top because that's what keeps the card as one piece. And then once you've added a little outline to make the card neat, add some foam tape before sticking your pieces all together onto your card base, and that's done. The card functions as a rocker card if you like that, you know, that's also interactive. But then of course the important bit is that the mechanism works. Yeah, oh my gosh, I was really quite nervous that it wouldn't work once I've stuck it down, but it did work. So make sure that when you're putting your foam tape, you leave gaps, you don't put it all around. And also I'd like to point out that you do need to pull down when you first pull it out. Pull it down once it gets to the halfway point, or else it gets stuck. So the two corners of your slits there need to touch in order for it to rotate completely. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please don't forget to check out the rest of the hop. Please subscribe to the channel and make sure you like and comment on this video.